Hello guys, welcome back to another video. You have joined me from my BMW 760 Ally. So we've spent the last couple of days in Nürburgring, the area in which the Nürburgring is, of course, in Germany. And we've had an amazing time. It's been so good, such an amazing experience driving on the Nürburgring Nordschleife itself. But our time here has came to an end. We are on the way home now. But I thought it may be just as well to actually experience the Autobahn for what it is. The Autobahn, for those that don't know, is essentially the German motorway system, and there are a few sections where it is essentially de-restricted. There's no speed limit, so to speak. So I thought I would experience that, like I said, for what it is. You know, I'm not expecting to break any kind of records. I think this 6-litre V12 Bmw 760 Ally, I think it has a top speed of around 180 miles per hour, maybe a little bit more if it hasn't been restricted. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to get close to that, but I do want to see what it can do. You know, it does get to 100 and well over 100 miles an hour pretty quickly. So yeah, I guess we'll head to the motorway, head to the Autobahn, and yeah, just see what this thing can do. So we're on the Autobahn now. It took us a while to find a section that was unrestricted, and yeah, I'm not going to push things if it isn't safe to do so, of course, but we're just, you know, cruising at 90 at the moment. This is, you know, absolutely fine. I'm going to wait until it actually straightens out a bit before I can, you know, put my foot down a little bit. The one thing about this car, being a BMW 7 Series, you really don't feel the speed. It's very controlled and, you know, planted on the road. And it's gone down to 100. So must be a lane closure. Yeah, it's too windy though to put your foot down at the moment. Need it to be nice and straight. Good thing is though, the roads are nice and smooth, so that gives you some confidence. The roads as a whole are so much smoother here compared to the UK, where it seems like every 5 meters you have a pothole. Let's try to build up the speed slightly. So we're just sitting around 100.
This car might want to continue.
Oh, they're only super coming. It's one thing you have to do when you're travelling at speed. You have to plan right ahead, because if, say, the car in front's only going, you know, 120 kilometers an hour, you're going to catch up with them very quickly. So I'm going to put it in manual just so I can use engine braking rather than slamming on the brakes at 120 mile an hour. I think we just got to 130 then, and that felt pretty smooth, to be honest. It didn't feel all over the place. mental going 120, you're only doing 3,000 RPM. You can tell that we still have so much more speed to have, you know, to get right round the clock. Downhill. Just feels very in control, very smooth.
What was that?
I'm not actually sure what speed we got to. I think it was over 140, but yeah, felt very smooth and in control. Didn't feel like it was sort of all over the place, which you'd probably have if you was in a much smaller car. And yeah, I don't know if that is something that flew off the car or if we just drove over something, but yeah, some piece of rubber. Tell you what though, this car has performed flawlessly. You know, obviously driving here in itself was a bit of a mission, you know, driving 500 miles on just one tank of fuel. And then I've taken this thing around the Nürburgring Nordschleife twice as well, performed absolutely flawlessly. And then now just driving on the Autobahn at, you know, in excess of 140 miles an hour. Bear in mind, this is a 20-year-old car as well. It's covered 152,000 miles now, and yeah, it just performs flawlessly. Really, it's a testament to how good these older BMWs were. I don't know if the same can be said for the newer stuff, but yeah, so good this car is. Yeah, one thing I will say is lane discipline seems to be an actual thing here. When it comes to the UK, people just drift all over the shop. You know, you have people just sitting in the middle lane, and it's so frustrating being a driver in the UK. But here in Germany, you know, drivers actually stick on the right. They only move over to the left when they're overtaken, which is how obviously things should be, and it does give you so much more confidence when you are driving at speed, and that's why the roads here are so much safer. You know, I don't think it comes down to speed. I think it comes down to people knowing actually how to drive, and obviously people having less distractions as well, which, let's be honest, if you are driving at speed, you are going to be concentrating more. You're not going to be texting on your phone. You're not going to be, you know, wondering what's in the back and things like that. So yeah, it's it's so much better driving here, definitely. So just as I was saying how well the car has performed, we may have a problem. So, as you can see, front under tray is off. I had to put that inside. It was literally holding on by like one bolt, and it looks like this splash shield, that's completely gone. It's kind of ripped down this as well, so yeah. Definitely going to need a new splash shield now. Under tray itself looks fine though, which is the main thing, because this was not cheap. This is obviously brand new from BMW, so good job that isn't broken. Okay, so actually back home now. I realised I didn't actually film an ending to this video. No idea why. Maybe I was still in shock after losing one of my under trays. No idea really why I lost the under tray. I can only think that maybe the under tray was bending down, the wind got under it and just snapped it clean off. Now, if you're wondering which piece it was exactly that got broken, it was this. Just bought a new one, brand new from BMW. It really wasn't expensive, I think 20 or 30 pounds, and then ordered some new hardware as well. This could have actually, saying that, this could have actually been the cause of why the screws failed and this, you know, ended up snapping off, because I wasn't actually using genuine securing nuts, and yeah, the screws could have just fallen out. So yeah, I'm gonna do things again, of course, and make sure it is secured properly. But a little bit on, you know, my time on the Autobahn. You know, it was such a good experience. I've never really been to any sorts of speeds like that before. Of course, here in the UK on a public road, we are restricted to 70 miles per hour. So to go over double that is, yeah, pretty amazing. Now, I maybe could have pushed things a little bit more. Like I said, we still had, like, you know, a good amount of the rev range still to go in 6th gear. So yeah, I'm pretty confident that if it was unrestricted, if the car is unrestricted, then it would do 180 miles an hour easy. But yeah, I didn't want to push things too hard. You know, the roads, they were fairly clear, but it was a Monday afternoon, so it wasn't ideal, you know, conditions. And of course, I had my other half with me as well. I didn't want to make her feel uncomfortable. You know, at the end of the day, I have nothing to prove. You know, I just wanted to see what the car can do. And I went faster than I've ever been before. Maybe when we go back in the future, I'll maybe try a little bit more, but who knows. But yeah, I want to thank all of you for watching this video anyway. Please give it a like if you have enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you have not already done so. I'll see you all in the next one.